Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this greeting card using the Derwent Inktense Pencils. Hi, Shanna Rowe Jackson here from Caution Artists at Play, and today I'm going to be making a 3D greeting card with the Derwent Inktense Pencils. First thing I am doing is scraping off little pieces of the core of the pencil into a plastic dish so that I can wet those pieces and use them like watercolor. I have drawn my sketch onto an extra piece of paper, and I did this with a Derwent watercolor pencil so that the lines will wash away easily. And the reason why I'm doing this not directly on the card is because I plan to cut this out later and put it onto the actual greeting card after and make a 3D effect with it. I'm going in with my masking fluid pen. I have masked off some of the little inner pieces of the flower that I know are going to be a different color so that I can go over this easily without worrying about it. And basically I'm wetting each petal separately so that way there I can go through and just dip my color into it and have the color spread out very much like watercolor. And I'm trying to wet separate petals so that they are not touching other wet petals so that there's not as much running of the color into places where I don't want it. So it's very similar to using watercolor. And I'm just layering. I'm waiting for each layer to dry so that I can go through and darken up my layers, going in very transparently this way. And it's actually a lot of fun this way. I like being able to use the Inktense in a way that feels very similar to watercolor. And scraping it off that way allows for less waste because it kind of sharpens the pencil at the same time. And that way there, instead of using a regular sharpener, which will waste the pieces of the core, I am just scraping off the core, sharpening that core up for detail, and also being able to use those shreds instead of them just going in the trash with the rest of the shavings that come from a pencil sharpener. And this is from my own reference photo. Basically, I am doing this on watercolor greeting cards that I have. And the reason why I am using this the way I am is because I had used one of the cards as a tester for some markers when I first got the cards, just to see if markers would work on them. And I'm using the other half that I didn't use. That way there, I'm not wasting any paper either. I'm just going in and drawing my leaves now. With this one, it was a little bit lighter, so I wanted it to kind of have a little bit of a waxy look. So I put in my dark colors first, and I went right over it with my white pencil and washed it all out together to get that kind of lighter, waxy look. Because I wanted it to have a darker base, but I wanted it to look waxy on top. And these are just so great for layering. So I went in and I put my washes in, and now I'm coming in with my pencils to do the finer details. And then I'm washing them out again. I am using a watercolor brush, or maybe it's just a synthetic hair brush, to do the washing out. And I should mention that Derwent did send me these pencils, however, they are not paying me to do this video. But for transparency reasons, they did send these to me. And I'm just going back and forth to darken things up. This was so much fun. This was a very quick project. I did it all in one evening, and since it's just a 5x7, it doesn't take long, but these are a very quick medium anyways. These pencils are just wonderful, and the amount of layers I can get is fabulous. I wanted to kind of keep it soft, which is another reason why I went for the look of watercolor. And in the beginning, I actually took my Derwent drawing white and went around the edges of the petals where I wanted to keep it white. It acted as a masking system. So that way there, if I went over it a little bit, I could just kind of erase it out because that waxier pencil was underneath. Because wax obviously will kind of deflect the water a little bit. And getting in that petal and doing some of the details. And I wasn't too concerned with the highest of high details. This is a semi-realistic project, but it was really meant to be more fun and creative. I love lilies. They are one of my favorite flowers to draw, as you can probably tell, because they've been featured in quite a few of my videos and artworks. I apologize, I lost some footage there. My camera had stopped and I didn't realize it, so it didn't film me doing the center part of the flower. So I apologize for that. So now that I basically have the flowers and leaves done, I am going to cut this out. And then I will adhere it to the actual greeting card to kind of get a 3D effect. I thought this was a fun way to use up that extra card that I had used as a tester so that I don't waste it, and to just create something different. So now I have the actual greeting card. I have it taped to my table. I'm tracing around the flower and the leaves on that card so that I can kind of see where that's going to line up so I can put the background in on the card itself. And I lightened those lines because I did use a mechanical pencil that was a colored mechanical pencil, and it was the red one. So I lightened those lines a little bit so they didn't show through. I'm going to make an effort to actually go over those lines a little bit in a lighter manner so that way there's no white peeking through, but I do it light enough so I can still see where those lines and everything are supposed to be, so I know where to line up my flower later. And this is just a simple bokeh background. This picture was taken from my garden, so in the background there's a little bit of soil showing, some grass, and, you know, just natural plant types of bokeh fun, I guess I could say. So it was a very simple, quick, and easy background. Very blurry, and that is something else that is great about these pencils, is you can do a very quick bokeh. And then I just colored underneath where the flower's going to go, so again, white doesn't show through. Now I'm taking my artist tape, and this is the same tape I'm using to tape my card to my drawing table. This is acid-free, and that's why I am using this. I am balling it up so that it makes a 3D effect. I don't want the flower to lay flat on there. I want it to come out above so that there's a bit of a drop shadow, and it's 3D, almost like a pop-up. And here we go. This is the final flower, the final card. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe. Also, if you're interested in seeing more of my artwork, I'm on social media, so check out the links in the description below.